What is up, everybody? It's Verse TV here today, and we have to talk about this post from IGN's Ryan McCaffery. Now, I knew there were some people upset that Xbox wasn't at the Game Awards, but I didn't know that it was this big source like this who was mainly fueling this nonsense. So, when you see a large amount of Sony fanboys agreeing with somebody, just know this it's gonna be some BS spewing. It's gonna be some BS, complete nonsense. And so this is what Ryan McCaffery wrote after he saw the Game Awards. I woke up still frustrated about Xbox's presence at the Game Awards last night. So this dude went to bed, then woke up and was punching the air while he was eating breakfast. I just feel so much BS in this type of statement. Like, you woke up and you were just mad. You were just that fuming that Xbox didn't show anything at the Game Awards. Now, where is the same energy when Sony for any of these other conferences? I don't know how people put the Game Awards on the same level as like an E3. Like, when did this start happening? When did people put the Game Awards as the same level as an E3 type of event? I don't know, but apparently Sony fanboys and followed by their leader Ryan McCaffery now is saying that the Game Awards is just as important as E3. When Sony has missed several events this year, they didn't attend the Game Awards, they didn't attend Tokyo Game Show, they didn't attend Gamescom. But because they had a few trailers at the Game Awards, it's like, let's forget Sony for everything else and just praise them now. They showed a few trailers. I was like, really? We gonna hate on Microsoft because they missed one event? That's not even, I mean, it's a somewhat big event, but let's be real, it's not an E3 level event. But because they missed this one event, they didn't really show anything there. We're going to say, screw all the previous events that you went to. Screw all those events and stuff you showed there. But we're going to hate on you because you didn't attend this Game Awards. You didn't have anything at the Game Awards. Really? Like, this is nonsense. It's like, I can't take any of these guys seriously. It's like, whenever I see, like I said before, you see a whole bunch of Sony fanboys rallying over somebody's post, just know it's some BS is gonna follow shortly after. Then he says he wrote an opinion piece on his flight home from LA this morning. I'm not reading it. I don't care to read it. Here's why I think Microsoft's Game Awards no-show was a slap in the face to Xbox players. You mean Microsoft, who made Game Pass, who've been constantly dropping games after games in their service? Like, I'm playing Lego Star Wars right now. They just dropped High on Life yesterday or today. It's like, so many games to play, but it's just a slap in the face to Xbox players. And we know they got a big games coming out next year. So it's like, how is it a slap in the face to Xbox gamers? Whatever. Just makes no sense to me. I agree with your take, Ryan. Can you see how Microsoft would like to downplay their status in the game industry given the current situation about the Activision Blizzard acquisition? Is it possible they want to tread lightly? Okay, so people saying it's the FTC thing why they're not announcing so much. I don't know. It's like, me as an Xbox fan, I'm not disappointed they didn't show anything. It's like, okay, I know what they got next year coming out, so I don't really care. And they constantly bring out stuff on Game Pass on plan, so I'm not bothered. They showed us their entire 12-month lineup recently. If they would have showed it again, the story would be, wow, showing old stuff, exactly. What a waste of time. If they showed anything further, it would have been, wow, no releases date, more development hell. Some people just want to be mad. Yeah, when I see a post like the other guy who said, hey, I woke up just mad, it's like, you just want to be mad at this point. Like, knock it off. Sony was absent this entire year, but this one event, it just absolves all of their sins, apparently. Like, really? It's just ridiculous. Thank you, Ryan, for speaking out on how many Xbox fans feel. Xbox fans really feeling this way? Or is it just this guy and Sony fanboys just all in the comment section of this post right here? But he says, thank you for telling us how Xbox fans feel, but are too worried about being singled out by trolls from both camps. I, for one, am very disappointed, but I am looking forward to 2023. Okay. The last 10 years have been a slap in the face. Okay. Once again, Sony fanboys are filled in this comment section. Like I said before, this is another Sony fanboy who's saying he's an Xbox fan. And if that's not weird behavior for you. But this Sony fanboy who says he's an Xbox fanboy says, I agree with you. It is very disappointing to be a fan of Xbox in 2022. These are the facts. Okay. If that is facts, then just sell your console then. So the Xbox is at that point. Yes, same for E3, I guess. Great write up, Ryan. A lot of people feel this way. Baffled. Okay. It's just mind boggling how Sony can miss all these events. What was this outrage? What was any of these journalists outraged about Sony missing all these events? They missed every one of these events, but Xbox misses one, and it's like, what are you doing, Xbox? I can't believe you missed an event. A lot of hypocrisy going on here. I never put the Game Awards as my destination for awesome game reveals. Yeah. I heard people used to take off days from work to look at E3 showcases. They didn't take days. I never heard anybody say they take a day off work to look at a Game Awards show, the Game Awards at all. But, so apparently to these guys, the Game Awards is at the same level as an E3 type of event. But okay. Didn't bother me at all. I saw plenty of games that are coming to Xbox, and I know the first party games I will be playing in the future. Exactly, my points exactly. Most of the games they showed at the Game Awards was multi-plats. Most of those games will become my Xbox as well, so it didn't really bother me. I mean, I don't find it to be a big deal. They'll do their own event next year, and I'll get plenty of coverage. Seems clear that this Activision Blizzard acquisition could be the reason why they weren't focused on this event. They also didn't have games to represent them. They can skip a year. Thanks, Ryan. A baffling decision by Xbox management. So it wasn't. It's just completely baffling. But they attended every other event though. It was like really. I can listen to this nonsense. Great article. Oh man. So like I said before, all these people saying that they agree this is such a great article, good opinion piece. Where was that same energy when Sony missed all these events this year? Like in several years of events. Like where is this energy at? But when Sony does it, it's like Microsoft misses one. It's the end of the world, doom and gloom. Xbox has no games, they have no direction. But when Sony misses all these events, it's just like everything is fine, everything is awesome. Like it's just ridiculous. Um, what a joke of an article. How is it a slap in the face to fans? Not everything has been an announcement, especially during an award show. Thank you. I'm like sifting through all those comments. It's like everybody saying that this dude is right. When it's like, really? Like, how are Xbox fans really that mad about what's being shown at the Game Awards at all places? Like, really? It's really damned if you do. If you don't with Xbox, they showed about 30 world premiere trailers, and people were mad that they didn't go beyond 2023. I don't want to keep seeing trailers for the same games we've already seen. They're not obligated to show anything at any specific event. It's a matter of timing. It wasn't exactly far from Nintendo or Sony either. Yeah, like what exactly does Sony really show? A DLC for Horizon Forbidden West, some PlayStation games going to PC, and Death Stranding 2, which that game had a mixed reception about. So a lot of people didn't like that game. So I mean, what does Sony really show? I don't know. Bro, you literally woke up still mad about it. Yeah, I don't know if anything game related can make me mad when I wake up. Like, that is very odd. I gotta assume like real life situations that would make me mad when I wake up, but not an actual gaming related gaming event. Like, that is just stretching it too far at this point. Like, really? We're really gonna believe this guy was super angry when he woke up from his sleep and just think about the Game Awards? Like, really? People in the comments acting like they forgot what Microsoft revealed at the Game Awards 2019, Xbox Series X, and Hellblade 2, yet they saying they never care about Game Awards. Okay. Xbox needs to answer back in a big way in 2023. Yeah, they got major exclusives coming out in 2023. They are answering back. Like, what? I'm not reading. Okay. Thank you for being real and putting it out there. It was beyond disappointing. Oh, man. It's good to see fans like this angry. It's time to drop the fanboy attitude and ask for better. Meanwhile, this guy's one of the biggest Sony fanboys on this app, but you know, it's Xbox. Drop the fanboy attitude. Maybe he should take his own advice. Well said, even the article mentions Xbox blatantly software theft against its audience. What? What? Okay. Why should Xbox put anything on the Game Wars? It's been biased given how conditions for categories conveniently change in Sony's favor. That is another talking point as well. Like how conveniently Sony games get put into the Game Wars when a cutoff date is very odd. Yeah, that's another discussion right there. That's definitely another discussion for another day. Anybody using the comments downplaying the Game Wars as a place to show big announcements, just remind them that Xbox revealed their next generation console there a few years ago, and because they gave them an announcement, it doesn't mean it's the same level as E3. Like, what is this announcement? Just because they make a few announcements, they don't make it the same level as an E3 type of event. Xbox are tired. Everybody eating delicious exclusives except Xbox. But we had games all year long on Game Pass, though, so, okay. I mean, God of War came out for a week, and nobody really cares about that game anymore. So people play the game for a week and moved on. But you know, Xbox you just got nothing up on Xbox apparently. It seems like it's just not the PlayStation gamers saying Xbox had no presence at Game Wars. Okay. They didn't no show. They brought that Game Pass ad. Some of y'all just be creating your own depression over nothing. Yeah, I wish I would be angry or depressed over a gaming conference. That is just ridiculous. Great article. Xbox owns and flexes all these studios, yet have nothing to show for it. So we're like no big exclusive games coming out next year, huh? Xbox are just fuming and finally waiting to the truth after 12 years. Is it Xbox fans in general or just this one guy and a whole bunch of Sony fanboys in the comment section? First Jez, now Ryan. Xbox really screwed it this year. I say all the people who are so disappointed in Xbox, why don't they just sell their Xbox? If you're truly that disappointed, then you can sell your Xbox. Give it to somebody else who actually wants it at that point. He was going for next in this one. Okay, this is part of the article. Xbox players are Charlie Brown, Microsoft is Lucy, and the promise of big exclusives is the football. Because, you know, Starfield and Redfall, just the two off the top of my head, not coming next year. But, you know, the big exclusive just ain't coming according to this guy. Like, this is such a clown article. I'm not about to read the rest of it. It's a bad sign when there were more Muppets at the Game Wars than Xbox World Premieres. Because, you know, the Game Wars is such a big event, right? Xbox, the Game Wars is such a freaking huge event. Once again, where is that same energy for Sony and any of these other showcases like Tokyo Game Show, Gamescom, the E3 equivalent Summer Game Show? Where was that same energy? Hey guys, just to let you know, it's okay to criticize a platform you choose to play games on. It's for your own good. Criticism is fine, but people are just blowing us out of proportion. Like, once again, like I said before, they had no pushback for Sony for missing all these events, but as soon as Xbox misses one, it's a problem. Like, that's just kind of hypocritical. Fanboy shouldn't be journalists. The TGA ain't about Xbox versus PlayStation. Xbox has been overshowing for years. They need to show stuff when it's actually ready. I welcome that change. This was an overdramatic opinion piece with a wild undertone of a fanboy. Somebody else sees it. I was like, you can't be like, Xbox is so disappointed, but you don't got the same energy for Sony. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Some of the replies to this are frankly pathetic. Fanboys on both sides taking aim at Ryan for what is good and fair opinion piece. Really? It's not fair when you don't do the same for Sony. And they missed more events this year. It's not a fair, balanced comparison. How long is this? I'm not going to conclude right here. I don't want this to be too long. But the general gist of this is that it is hypocritical. It's like Xbox showing plenty of games that come out next year and the previous years. They're exclusive games. We got plenty of games on Game Pass releasing. A game just released today, highly on live. So constantly releasing games on Game Pass. Just to say Xbox games are just hugely disappointed. It's just such an understatement. It's like if you don't keep the same engine for Sony, they don't even make the article to begin with because there's clear bias here. But I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.